Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be playing some Black-Green Rock in Explorer, or the type of Pioneer Light that MTG Arena has. I know I've been playing a lot of MTGO lately, but frequently I go back to Arena just to test some ideas out, just because it's a bit of a low investment cost, low opportunity cost in terms of the money I put into the decks, because it is everything you see here is free to play on this account. And so I like to test certain different cards out. As you can see here, we are going for, certain things stay the same. I do think that Trespasser and Liliana are here to stay. In terms of the amount that you want to play, it kind of depends on, one, the meta, how it is currently, or, at the time you're playing, and just how you prefer to play the deck. So, personally, I usually don't prefer Graveyard Trespasser, in the sense that he's basically just a beater, a resilient beater. Has more, synergies or extra abilities than, say, a beater like Tarmogoyf. So there is some extra thinking you have to do there. However, when it comes down to it, it is just a pretty plain beater. And so in that sense, I kind of don't like the type of sequencing and lines of play that come up as a part of him. However, I'm still playing him out. He's a great card. Really makes the deck more cohesive, I do believe. I'm still playing my Tireless Trackers, just a 2 of in this deck. And as you can see here, I just put them in the 4-drop slot, because you're never going to be playing this card as a 3-drop. You're always going to be going turn 4, play this tracker, and then play a land right after. You're never going to do anything otherwise, unless it's a turn after turn 4. Other than that, obviously in Arena we do not have access to Grim-Flayer or Abrupt Decay, and so we do have to make some changes to the deck as such. First off, Grim-Flayer, I've not been having too much success with him lately. I know KO Diamonds has been on Werewolf Pack Leader as of late. I think that's a perfect choice. I just personally don't like the double green in the 2-drop slot so much. So in this video, I'm going to be testing out Glint-Sleeve Siphoner. I think she's a great resilient threat. Menace is surprisingly very important and impactful in this format right now. And just being able to draw extra cards, even against like aggressive decks where you think this card wouldn't be that good, is actually surprisingly has a lot of utility, and I do believe that this card is very powerful. It's definitely no Dark Confidence, I will say that, but it's still a very powerful card, especially when you put it alongside cards like Chevel, where you could consistently kill creatures that have bounty counters on it, and then get through with your Siphoner, obviously drawing cards with Chevel's ability, and then drawing cards on your later turns by expending your energy counters. As you can see in the mana base, we're not playing any Aether Hubs. I believe you could just go straight up no Aether Hubs with Siphoner. I don't think that's necessary. For one, Aether Hub already makes the mana pretty bad, so that's just more incentive to play it, or to not play it. And in my experience, I haven't really had the need to have Aether Hub. Quite frequently you're just going to play this card, and the energy it gives you on the ETB and on attack is just going to be enough as is, so I'm not really worried about that. Other than that, we still get access to our favorites, obviously Skooz, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Liliana, Sorin. I am playing one of Murderous Rider. You could play a 4th Liliana in this slot. I kind of just like Murderous Rider as a resilient threat and removal spell. As you can see, playing a lot of life loss in this deck, with the likes of Swift End, Infernal Grasp, and Siphoner. However, I do believe that with the addition of Chevel, of Scavenging Ooze, and of Graveyard Trespasser, we can kind of get around that. Even Sorin tokens get around some of that life loss, so I do believe that it's still okay to do that, or go down that route. Other than that, playing one Underdog. He's not been too good for me, but I still wanted an extra 2-drop, and he's probably just the best one we have otherwise. Obviously, without the decays, I kind of going for a split of Trophy, Infernal Grasp, and Power Word Kill. You know, I feel that obviously trophy's great. Could even go up to 3 if you wanted. And then I do like flexing the Infernal Grasp when we do have access to cards like Cheval and Scooze and Trespasser that could gain us life. So, you know, kind of go around this downside of losing 2 life. And then Power Word Kill is just a great removal spell as well. You could even go just 1 Grasp, 1 Kill, and 1 Heartless Act if you wanted, just to have a very clean variety of removal spells at your disposal. Could also go for that. However, I'm just testing out the Grasp, seeing how I feel about it. And yeah, as far as the sideboard goes, pretty straightforward. Only includes that I usually don't play in Pioneer or Garrick Cursed Huntsman, just because there's a lot of mid-range and a lot of aggro. Garrick is really good at controlling the board against those matchups, especially against the mid-range matchups. There's a lot of Rakdos on the ladder, and obviously a lot of aggro decks as well, and so Garrick is great against those matchups. Additionally, I'm playing the Unlicensed Hearses. There's a lot of graveyard synergies in the format right now, and I just want to be as ready as possible against those. Greasefang is still pretty popular and has, you know, pretty much all of the cards that you could play in Explorer, you know, as with Pioneer. And so I like the access to the Hearse, even though we do have main deck graveyard hate in the form of Trespasser and Scooze. Duress, Go Blank, Extinction Event, Kalidas, Noxious Grasp. These don't really need any explanations. Necromentia, because the format, at least to me, is a bit open, and I'm not too experienced with Explorer as of now, I'm just gonna... I like having access to 1 Necromentia just because there are going to be those 1-of combo decks where they rely on having access to 1 card that just, you know, fits perfectly into their deck and enables their combo. And so I think Necromentia is obviously the perfect cards to mitigate those type of goldfishy matchups where we're not really prepared otherwise. Fine Finality is another one that I've been really liking against the mid-range decks, against the control decks. Could even bring this in against more tempo-y aggro decks where the fine part is still good, but the finality part is really what you're looking forward to. Just being able to put the counters on, say, like a Tracker or a Scooze or Trespasser, and then sweep your opponent's board, allowing at least one of your creatures to survive, has been very nice, and I just really love this card in general. Other than that, mana base is pretty simple, just going with 1 Locthwain, 2 Hive, 1 Beseiju. Still like going with the 4 Pathway, 2 Deathcap Glade split. You could swap these if you want, but it's just a personal choice. It doesn't really affect the mana too much because we are mainly black. 2 Fabled Passage to accompany the tireless trackers. I still like Fabled Passage. Enables Revolt a bit better for Fatal Push. As you may have noticed, this is kind of, you know, in this deck it's kind of difficult to enable Fatal Push, and so having these Fabled Passages is really nice to accompany that. Obviously, you know, sacrificing clue tokens goes well along Fatal Push very nicely, but I just like having the passages as well. And yeah, I think that's it for the deck tech. Hope you guys enjoy the arena stuff. I know they usually don't get as many views as, you know, just the MTGO content, but I still really like the interface and the formats that it provides, especially Explorer. And so I hope you know, either feel the same way, or if not, then I hope I could kind of lean you into seeing how the format can, or how arena can really provide you know, nice opportunities for players like me who you know, don't necessarily have too much money to spend on the game and looking for a free-to-play pathway in Magic, and or just an opportunity to test certain cards out that are, you know, usually see not as much play or aren't too meta. You know, obviously, you know, Siphoner being the biggest one in that case. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Consider subscribing, liking the video, commenting if you want, and I'll see you in the matches. Okay, here for match 1 on the play. I think I'll keep this hand, you know, just spells and lands is really what you want to be going for with this deck, and with any mid-range deck, I would guess. If this was, say, like a tireless tracker, then it may be more of a mulligan, in my opinion. But, you know, just Trespasser being an overall well-rounded threat in comparison to tireless tracker is why I kept it. Don't think I'll play Trophy on turn 2, so I'll just play a tapped Overgrown Tomb. Okay, looks like a mid-range mirror. I have been seeing quite a few Abzan decks on the ladder, so this will be pretty interesting. Typically speaking, as BG, just straight Golgari players, whenever you go against, oh, this is really bad, whenever you go against an opposing mid-range deck that has an additional color, such as white or red, or even blue, you're typically going to be at a disadvantage, just because they're going to have, they usually, you know, go a bit bigger than you, whereas we do have the mana advantage and the mana, you know, efficiency. They just have the bombs that we don't have access to, and we're just getting curved out pretty terribly here.
Drop it.
Discard a pathway. Okay, I think, I mean, they're stuck on lands, but I think I need to get rid of this Liliana, so I'll probably just do it in their draw step. Have them draw to increase the likelihood of them drawing, you know, one of their basic lands, and then Trophy now.
I'll be back.
That's usually the correct sequencing for the trophy, if you don't want to do it on your return.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
So pretty punished here with them having the second Liliana, of course. I think I'll just have to discard this passage and then Trophy. And then giving them more lands is just, you know, increasing their inevitability of, you know, getting to a Siege Rhino or just double spelling a turn, so that's not too good, but we don't really have any other choice. Okay, Liliana of our own, not bad. I think, yeah, supposed to play that. Either way, it's going to be dying next turn, so would I rather plus to get a random card out of their hand, or minus to get rid of the Cheval? I think I'll just get rid of the Cheval. Yeah.
One of your friends has to leave.
We gain, you know, 3+ life here as well, so it's not, you know, it's just a 1-for-1, but yeah, this is what I feared. And yeah, I think I'll just concede here then. Okay, mid-range matchup. Obviously Garrick is great, Fine Finality is great, Kalidius is great, Go Blink is very nice. Just any 2-for-1s we could get access to. Noxious Grasp, it will come in as well. Thoughtseize is out in mid-range matchups. I think it could take out the trophies as well, just with them being 3 colors. We didn't see any other white land besides the Indotha Triome, so obviously, that and just the theory behind them being 3 colors kind of lends me not to want to play this trophy. And yeah, I think I'll play it like this. Obviously, trophy still being good against Liliana, but I think generally speaking, against a deck like this that really relies upon its mana being efficient, I just don't want the trophies. And yeah, this is a nice hand. So just going with the Liliana here.
You won't be outsmarting.
What do we want to discard? I think I'll just get rid of the second Liliana. If I went for Trespasser, that would have made a turn 3 Liliana of their own just really good. Oh wow, yeah, I don't even know why they're doing this. This is just going to be so good for us. Yeah. I'm not really sure why they went for that, but just made our choice very easy. And so whenever you have a decision of either playing a removal spell to get rid of a creature or a Liliana minus to get rid of a creature, if Liliana will still stay alive after she minuses, always go with the Liliana. That's just something that you always do. So here, let's see. I really want to cash in this Liliana, but I think that's probably not correct. I think what we're supposed to do is just start by plussing. You could just get rid of this Noxious Grasp for now, although I kind of want to get rid of the Cletus, but that's me getting just a bit greedy. And then now we can either go blank or Chevel. I think I'll play Chevel and just pass the turn. I've been seeing a lot of Rakdos and Abzan and just in general other mid-range players keeping in Thoughtseize after game 1. I don't think that's correct. Thoughtseize is a 1-for-1 card disadvantage spell, and so in mid-range mirrors you really want to maximize the amount of 2-for-1s that you get, or even just 1-for-1s. So yeah, I don't believe that that's correct. Yeah, they should do that. And then here I will trade. I will, I'll just not do this. And then instead I'll just make them sacrifice. And then we get a nice 2-for-1, get rid of their graveyard with this Go Blank. 2 Siege Runners, okay, perfect. And now we're in a pretty nice spot. No clock yet, but yeah, I like being in this spot very much. Second Go Blank doesn't do much, so I think I could just plus that away. And then because we do have the Infernal Grasp for their Hive, we could just attack here. Looking to draw a Scooze, a Siphoner, any creature basically. I think, this is interesting actually. I think I'm definitely not doing anything with the Liliana this turn. Question is, do I want to activate the Hive and attack to trade with their Hive? I don't think so. I think I just want to sit back. And then I'm still willing to trade the Chevel for their Hive Pit. And now we could activate Hive. Oh shoot, that was actually incorrect to do. Yeah, I should have not activated Hive. That was definitely not good. I should have held back. You know, actually, I don't know, I still don't like this. But yeah, I should have just held on to Liliana as our path to victory.
Luck favors the foolish, after all.
I think I'll just keep on attacking here. Let's just attack with all again. Yep, this is completely fine. Now we could go Trespasser, flip Trespasser, and then get rid of just one of our Chevels. Yeah, and now we just see the power of Siphoner. She was just gonna pop off there, draw us a bunch of cards. I think I feel pretty good about just throwing it back. Yep. Okay. Do we like this hand? I think it's kind of on the edge. I love the Go Blank, and the removal spells can buy us time until we draw into a threat. So, and you know, being against a mid-range deck, I like keeping 7 as much as we can. So I think I'll just keep it. Okay, I think I'll hold off on casting the Scoos. I think I want to get immediate value off of it. So I think I just won't play it for now. Let's see if they want to eat their own Chevel. Yep, that's the correct play to do. Ooh, Liliana's a great draw. Let's see.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Can I think just discard a land here? Yeah, I'll get a little greedy, try to discard the land. Keeping the land allows us to potentially double spell next turn with 2/2 drops, but it was either that or I think discarding the Inferno Grasp, so that may not have been possible with, you know, taking that line.
Shadows like me.
Man, these Planeswalkers are loud.
Don't overthink things.
Yeah, let's just go. Discard the screws. Still plus here, even though we have the go blank.
We all have things we'd rather
I think at this point it's gonna be a game of whoever gets to ultimate Liliana first. And so I like having access to our Liliana being up 1.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And that was just a perfect draw, wow. This is why I love Murderous Rider.
Nothing more.
Just always, I feel like every time I draw it, it's just, okay, that's perfect, you know?
You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay.
Something suspicious is going on. And for I'm tired of your secrets. Drop it.
So they could obviously minus here, but I think that's okay. I'm just really worried about a questing beast. Yep.
Sacrifices must be made.
And nothing. Makes me think they have a removal spell in hand. Let's start by ultimating Liliana.
Ooh. Normally I'm the one who chooses.
My first inclination is just to go lands against Liliana. Could do Liliana 1 land against 3 lands. I think this is probably just a safe bet. Yeah. Okay, and they don't have a removal spell. Interesting. I wonder what they could have been holding on to. Yeah, I really don't know. I guess let's see. Find finality,
Don't
okay.
overthink things.
Interesting. Opponent's got the same tech as us, I guess. So Liliana's fine here. We just sacrifice 1 Siphoner, then kill it with the other. Ooh, Garrick's a spicy one. Definitely feeling good here. And we could just plus away this other Liliana.
Drop it.
And then could activate Castle Lockthwain, and then just draw 2 lands. Get the Garrick online, and then we're chilling. Siphoner popping off here, doing really well. Let's plus away this Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Or no, let's keep the Hive. Already have enough colored mana. And Tireless Tracker obviously great as well. Just in a really great position right now. Yeah. Sweet. So, you know, as I said, typically in the mid-range mirror where you're playing against an Abzan or Jund player or Sultai player, they have the advantage, but as we saw here with our efficient creatures, you know, Siphoner being one of them, Skoos being another great one, Trespasser being another great one, and our inefficient mana base, you know, Castle Lockthwain could have been good there, and then, or, you know, was good there. Hive of the Eye Tyrant was really nice. We just got there in the end. So yeah, see you guys for round 2. Alright, here for match number 2 on the play. with a nice hand. Mana's a little awkward. I think I will lead on the Castle Lockthwain. Either way, we can't go turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is a little unfortunate, but should be okay. And just to be mana efficient, I think I'll go Siphoner. Looks like we're playing against a control deck, so Siphoner's really great, and then having the access to the Thoughtseizes is nice as well. Interesting, Valky. Okay, so I think right now, let's take the Binding the Old Gods. Let's attack, because we'll have 4 mana next turn, and then let's play the second Siphoner, and then probably Thoughtseize the Gargaroth next turn, just because we don't have removal for it right now. Okay, Sultai, not blue-white. Valky makes me think they're playing Brain to Light. But on paper, this seems like a traditionally bad matchup. As I said earlier, usually the mid-range decks that just go bigger and that have multiple colors are going to be advantaged. Okay, yeah, I think we just have to take the Gargaroth here, unfortunately, and then attack. And then just hold up Seiju and Fatal Push. Okay. Okay, so we have perfect information. Let's just kill this Valky. Get our triggers. Floating out a bit, which is not good. We could activate Hive here. We'll probably just eat up a Fatal Push. I think that's probably okay. Alternatively, we could activate Castle Lockthwain, but I think we just want to get aggressive here. Okay, so Siphoner's obviously great against the Yorion here. And then with the Skoos, we get it up to... Ooh, okay. That's a bit scary. Okay, so instead of Brinks Light, it's just going to be the Ultimatum. Okay. Dang, that's really good. I think we just have to not give them the verdict and then give them an extra turn, and the Titan, it feels really bad. I mean, that was just a great top deck for them, obviously. I think that this probably just makes us dead on board, in fact. Yeah, I think I'll just concede here. So, if they hadn't drawn that Ultimatum, then we would have had them pretty close to death on the next turn, so a bit unfortunate there, a bit unlucky. We do have access to Garrick. Don't think Find is going to be too good, just because whenever I bring this card in, I want both halves to be good, but definitely go blanks and duresses. Could take out probably the Fatal Pushes. Some number of the Chevels. I think I like this. Okay, yep, nice hand. Back on the Thoughtseize Siphoner plan, very nice. Oh, okay. I think I'll just have to take this Languish. It's a bit too good here. Hopefully we draw a land next turn, so we could play around the counterspell. Okay, they just drew a Fatal Push. Yep, no third land, really not good. Okay, so there's some lands. Here, let's just get our 2-for-1. Discard 2 lands. A little greedy with the Ultimatum in hand, but I guess they're just trying to play the long controlling game. However, we do get the Soren, which is nice.
Out of my way. I have a wait. You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Okay, wow. Duress was a great draw there. I was just gonna say we're probably just dead next turn because of the ultimatum, but that was perfect.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
Yep. Okay, language was good. However, I think we'll just make another token and play another Trespasser.
You deal this annoyance.
Double top, so not good. Finding the old gods. Taking out the Soren, I think that's acceptable.
Madness may never
Definitely have to get attacking here though. Okay. Yorion next turn looks pretty or this turn looks pretty bad though. Them getting to reset the binding and the omen of the sea. We do have the removal for it, but you know, yeah, I think I will actually trophy the binding here. Yeah. That way we get to keep our board. Get to kill the Yorion still next turn, and then hopefully have close to lethal. Double bottom's nice. So we don't have lethal, but 6 damage, yeah. And I'm just making sure no creatures. There's the Yorion. I think I'd rather just get rid of this Languish and then eat up the Yorion here. Put them to 1. Oh, come on, seriously? Jeez. And they double bottomed their Scry last turn, so that was probably a top deck. Dang, that's really unfortunate. Same thing. Yeah, I don't really see us winning anyway. So, yeah. We'll just do the same thing as last time, but... Maybe I should have brought in Necromancer for this. I didn't think it was too relevant though, because they could just cast these other big payoff cards anyways without the ultimatum, so yeah, not too good here though. Just needed one extra point of damage. But yeah, I think generally that's just a bad matchup, so what can you do? I'll see you guys for round 3. Alright, here for match 3, we're on the play with a acceptable opening hand. Definitely relying on drawing our 3rd land, but I think we could get there. Elvish Mystic, okay. So we're like running out the Chapel here against the creature-based strategy. Probably just some sort of sacrifice deck, if I had to guess. Yeah, just trying to sacrifice. Okay. So let's put the counter on the Innkeeper. Probably the most relevant card here. And let's kill that. Okay. And just pass the turn. Boom, wow. Turn 3 Citadel. That's pretty scary. So I'm glad I got rid of the Innkeeper. Well, I mean, I guess getting rid of a Dork would have not allowed them to do that, but still glad I got rid of the Innkeeper, because that would have allowed them to keep on going really nicely with the Citadel. I think here I just want to keep on drawing cards, keep them off their mana as much as possible, and just play the Scoos. Okay, yeah. Second Inking through is really good. Company is really good as well. And now they probably just can combo us out of the game. They get just infinite Scribes with the Low Strider, basically. Infinite plays with the double Innkeeper, allowing them to gain life. And then now they're probably just gonna try to find a Mayhem Devil. Or Blood Arch is not. I guess like a Bastion of Remembrance, if they're playing that, but probably just a Mayhem Devil. Yep, there it is. And I think I'll just concede here. They got it. They got it. Turn 3 Citadel is pretty hard to beat without, having access to Thoughtseize. In that case, Extinction Event's very nice, so is Kalidas. I think that's all we want to bring in. And then we could get rid of... Liliana's not that good, because they're just so fast with their creatures in their hand. And then get rid of a... I suppose get rid of the Sorn, because they're very fast. Sorn's probably just a bit too slow. Okay, keepable hand. Obviously still going to be needing to draw lands, but I like the Thoughtseize, I like the Cletus and the Scoos. Just take Innkeeper there, they already have a lot of mana. Okay, nice draw. And then because they have so much mana, I'll save my removal spells for more impactful creatures. And then I know I said in the deck tech that you never play Tracker in turn 3, but I think here it is correct. Maybe we just had no other play there. That was impactful and as much as playing Tracker out. Okay, let's just immediately get the token before anything else. Then attack. Okay. Okay, let's see how they block. I'm probably going to be killing the priest. Yeah. And then I think I'll just be mana efficient and swift end. Although, yeah, perhaps Infernal Grasping was better there because they got to fizzle our Murderous Rider. And yeah, let's just get the Cletus out there and attack. Cletus probably just really good against them if they don't have an answer to it. Okay, another company, of course. It's pretty lucky for them, but they don't draw very well. Let's see if they want to double block the Scoos or Tracker. I mean, either way, we're getting a lot of value out of the Cletus, so I think it's okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought that was targeting the Cletus. I was like, what? Okay, so start by pushing this priest. They'll sacrifice it. Then let's attack. Chump blocking. Okay. That's fine by me. Making me more tokens. Making us more tokens. Then here I just pass the turn. We have access to Scoo's activation, treasure token, clue token, and Infernal Grasp, which I think we'll start by grasping this Woe Strider. Okay, third company. It's kind of crazy how we're ahead, even though they have triple company. So I mean, now I guess they could kill Achilles, but it would mean we get 4 zombies, so don't think that's probably what they want to do. Okay, 3 zombies then. Looks like. Or, you know, if they actually go full control, they may be able to get out of it. I'm not sure how that works, actually. Looks like they're not gonna do that, or they just didn't see the line. But yeah, we're still getting a lot of good creatures here. Yep. So we have 12 power in play. I'm going to start by activating the clue token instead of activating the scoos. And then I'll just attack with everything. Make a really big squeeze. I should have played my land beforehand, actually. Let's get the activation, an extra activation. So no more creatures. I think that's probably, yeah, I think that's okay for now. I'll just do one more here. And then we could kill their Mayhem Devil. And looks like we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, we got there. Okay, so that was very nice interaction. Obviously you relied on Cletus a lot there. Cletus was really nice. And so I think I'm just going to run it back. You know, if Cletus is good, then that's going to mean Extinction Event is very good as well. So I think I'm just happy with our sideboard. Or with our sideboarded main deck. Okay, good hand. Interesting that they take the trophy there. If they're stuck on lands, they definitely don't have a Citadel in hand. Very strange. I totally meant to play a Chevel there, I'm sorry. But yeah, we could kill the elf and just play the Chevel out now. Yeah, some lucky draws there with the double fatal push against their one land. And yeah, pretty close, I guess, first 2 games against the sacrifice deck, but we got there in the end. Obviously, Kalidas being the all-star. Alright, so taking a look back at the deck, we went 2-1 in our 3 matches. I'm going to end it there for the matches. I feel really comfortable with this deck. I think the configuration is really nice. Siphoner proved to be really great. You know, in a format where Grimflayer is not legal, and you know, even in Pioneer where he is legal, he's, you know, even not that very impactful in these black-based mid-range decks. I really did love Siphoner, and I think she's especially good in just a base black-green deck. Whereas, you know, we saw in the first game we played against Abzan, they wouldn't really be able to leverage a card like this because their mana base is already so painful. Whereas our mana base is very clean, very not painful, and very efficient. And so, you know, that's one example where Siphoner proved to be nice, in a very, you know, nice selection. You know, I really like her in, just like theoretically speaking, as both an evasive and aggressive threat that gains you card advantage. Is probably just what this deck needs. And so I think, you know, with our success here, I'll probably try her out in just regular Pioneer. The sideboard was pretty good. The Necromentia and the Hearses didn't really come up, but I think that's fine. I think they're still good includes. Duresses were great. Kalidas was just an all-star against that sacrifice deck. Really do think he could be main deckable if you want. You could just swap out the Sorin for the Kalidas, and that'd be perfectly fine. I just like having him post-board for now. Trackers were great. I love having access to Tracker. I really detest Briarbridge Tracker. I don't think that card is very good. But yeah, having, you know, like having Tracker as a 4-drop, I think is what really changed the game in my mind. I feel like other black-green mid-range decks or mid-range players in the format think of this card as a 3-drop, you know, and at that a very slow 3-drop where she's not going to be very impactful as you need her. However, having her alongside this nice, really good, clean package of 3-drops with Trespasser, Liliana of the Veil, and Murderous Rider, I think that makes Tracker, you know, so much better, where you could go, you know, turn 3 Trespasser, turn 3 Lily, turn 4 Tracker, and then you're just set for the rest of the game, basically, with that start. And then you have access to a bunch of other, you know, nice interactive spells. I was thinking about having Eliminate, just because we saw a lot of Liliana of the Veils, and Eliminate would be the best card against her, you know, obviously without having Abrupt Decay. But so, you know, that's just a thought. I think, you know, this deck is pretty nice as is. I love the Scoozes. I love the Chevels. Could maybe go down to 2 Chevel, but I think 3 is pretty nice. Yeah, I love the Garrick. And I think the mana base is pretty nice. So with that being said, let me know you guys' thoughts about this deck. Let me know your own success with black-green midrange in either Explorer or Pioneer, whichever one you prefer at the moment. And yeah, consider subscribing if you want to. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.